viewer inbox. So Sharon is back to answer your questions about all things paint, and we're going to find out what Vicky wants to know.
Hi Cityline, these are my favorite pink shelves. I painted them myself. They're just from IKEA. I used a primer. I did 4 coats of paint, and still, if you're not careful, they scratch really easily. Is there some kind of sealant or clear coat that I can put on top of them to protect all of my hard work? Let me know. Thanks.
I love Vicky and her shelves.
Right?
They match my top.
I was thinking that right now.
Yes. So what does she need to do to make sure it sticks?
Okay. I love Vicky's shelves too. I love that she personalized them.
Yes.
I wish I could say there was a magic sealant product that's going to solve all of her problems, but unfortunately, laminate furniture is hard to paint.
It's tough.
It's tough to paint. So there's a lot of steps. She used a primer, which is great. The 4 coats of paint is not so great, no matter what kind of paint it is. So I think what the problem with painting laminate is it's designed, Tracy, it's like a thin layer of plastic.
Is this laminate?
That's like our fake wood laminate, typical.
Yeah.
Has a wood grain, and it's meant to look like wood, but be super, like you can splash on it, you can do anything. It's going to last for a long time. It's meant to repel, let's put it that way. So when we want to paint it, we have to make it grittier. I've painted it a lot, and we've talked about this a lot in the show, so it's not that you shouldn't. I'm excited that you did, and you're repurposing and reusing furniture.
Yeah.
But even though there are magical primers out there that say you don't need to sand it, I would never not sand it. And that's something, you know, you'll learn.
It needs to be gritty.
It needs to be gritty.
Yeah.
So when I was painting this sample of a laminate shelf, which is probably very similar to what Vicky started with, you can, and again, Trace, you feel your laminate.
Okay, it's very smooth.
Feel that. Okay, I sanded it, and feel this one over here, because they're going to trust Tracy, not me.
It's more rough.
Right?
Yeah,
exactly.
It's more rough.
Exactly. So I sanded it down. You don't have to use like a really heavy grit. I used a 120. People talk about using 220, really fine, but I like to use a little bit more. But you don't want to rough it right down to the particle board that's underneath, okay? So just slightly. But I always use the palm sander. 120. Nice and smooth. Vacuum off all the dust, because you don't want that in there. Stix primer is an amazing bonding primer, so she probably used something like that. Yeah. But again, now it will stick. So when it comes to the paint product, this is furniture, so you really don't want to use your wall paint if you can avoid it, okay? Use a paint that's made for furniture. So Benjamin Moore has cabinet coat and advanced paint. I used advanced paint. Try not to use more than 2 coats. Okay. Thin coats, and you should be okay. In Vicky's case, maybe now you could try sanding it a little bit and retouching up those spots that are getting a lot of abuse, and clear coat with something like Stays Clear. But
laminate doesn't want to be painted, but if you're going to paint it, that's what you got to do.
Exactly.
Sharon, thank you. If you have any question for her or any of our experts, please remember you can send it in to submissions at cityline.tv.